Theresa May's Brexit deal defeated once again for the third time today by 58 votes on the day the UK was originally supposed to leave the European Union. And we go into the weekend with even more questions and answers over the future of Brexit and also over the Prime Minister's future. Now, she promised this week to leave office should Parliament pass her deal today, but the pressure will certainly be on her to now resign regardless. Former UK Member of Parliament George Galloway is joining us live from London to break down what we can expect. George, thank you so much for being here.
Welcome, Sarah.
George, today's the last chance for Theresa May to pass her Brexit deal if she wants the UK to leave on her terms on May 22nd. Now, most analysts predict that this isn't going to happen. You said before that if it happens, we'll face an early election. Can you kind of fill us in on what the timetable for that election will be? Does it delay Brexit even longer? And do Conservatives actually have a new leader by then?
Well, the Thin Lady hasn't sung yet, Sarah, so it's not necessarily over. You might think that's strange, but I'm just hearing in the last few minutes that she may try to bring it back for a fourth time on the grounds that she reduced the defeat today to a mere 58 votes as opposed to 149 votes last time. That seems like a very thin possibility because the Speaker of the House would undoubtedly try, at least, to rule that out of order. So the options are that, a general election, and she kind of foreshadowed that by saying that we'd reached the end of the road in this House. That means this current Parliament. So she could dissolve Parliament, go for an election with her as the leader. She could resign and ask the EU for an extension on the basis that the Conservatives were picking a new Prime Minister. She could go for no deal, which is what thousands of people right now in Parliament Square, outside Parliament, are demanding. Because, of course, if that were so, we'd be leaving on the 12th of April with no deal at all. There's still lots of things up in the air is essentially what I'm saying. But one thing looks certain. Britain will now have to participate in the European Parliament elections on the 23rd of May. And both the government and the opposition look forward to those elections with absolute dread.
Oh, I'm sure. And like you said, there are a lot of options that remain for Theresa May and the Parliament. But you did mention having a potential election. Now, here are the potential replacements as Conservative Party leader candidates for Prime Minister. They include Boris Johnson, David Davis, Dominic Raab, Michael Gove, David Lidington, Jeremy Hunt, Amber Rudd. Now, as you can see on the screen, some are strongly pro-Brexit, even in favor of leaving with no deal. And some, like Lidington, Hunt, and Rudd, have sided more to remain in the past. Who do you think comes out on top?
Well, if it was left to the members, as it ultimately will be, Boris Johnson would win it by a large majority. His problem is he's got to come in the top two of the candidates elected by the MPs, which then goes to the country, to the members. And that's where his problem is. Many people don't like him. Some will do anything to stop him. If he gets in the top two, he's definitely the next Tory leader. If he doesn't, it'll be someone that nobody in America has ever heard of, because almost nobody in Britain has heard of them either. Boris Johnson is the only big beast in that long list that you showed us.
Well, and if the people vote for him, then he'll certainly hopefully take over and give the people what they want. Now, you broke the news on our show before.
Well, he's an interesting fellow.
I'm sure it'll be interesting to follow. You broke news on our show before when you said if Brexit is delayed until the UK has to take part in European Parliament elections this May, you'll be joining Nigel Farage and running for office under this new Brexit party. Is that still your plan, and have you spoken to Mr. Farage since?
Well, I do speak to him from time to time, but not in public, and definitely not live on television. I will be, and I can announce here that I will be a candidate in the northwest of England. The exact title of the alliance that I'll be standing on remains to be negotiated with the Electoral Commission who govern these things. But the next time you and I speak, perhaps, I'll be talking to you from Brussels, from the European Parliament. You'll have your own correspondent there, Sarah.
That is great. We're very excited to see that. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your time, George Galloway, former Member of Parliament.
Welcome.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.